Okay, Killarney guy here. It's November in Michigan, and here's a problem. The mgtf, I'd like to winterize the gas. I mean, I don't want the old gas remaining in it through the winter. I want to use a preservative, but it means that the existing gas has to be emptied. So this rather eclectic video will explain how we do that with this car. As a point of reference, it'd be good to know how much gas is left in the tank at the moment. This 54 has every option you could get then, which did not include a gas gauge of all things. So there is the official MG dipstick that indicates how much gas is present. And let's see, it's reading about 3 gallons at the moment. Gives us an idea of how much pumping we're going to have to do. Let's just set this over here. Okay, now things are connected. We've got a tube down in the tank. The flow direction on the turbine pump is correct, outward. And then Tygon tubing into the gas container will be able to show us whether there's actually flow. Now the wires go to the battery. I mean, we should make the car do its own job, right? So, and it's a British car, so it's positive ground. Have to keep that in mind, but I've color-coded the wires so that negative is about to connect. You should hear the pump begin to run when I make the connection. There we go. And the change in pitch tells us that gas is being drawn up into the pump. And here it's flowing into the receptacle. I do this every fall to make, it's maybe a little crazy, but to make sure that fresh preserved gas is put into the tank for the winter when I drive it less, because Michigan winters and snow and all those issues. Okay. And I'll let it pump until the flow stops. Yeehaw! The pitch just changed because it's pumping air, essentially, and we're basically at the bottom of the tank at this point. So we'll disconnect the pump. Okay, the tank's empty. You can hear by the change in pitch. Nothing's being pumped anymore. Now we disconnect this to stop the pump. There we go. Here's the product that stabilizes the gas. And as you can see, I've figured out it needs 2 ounces for every 5 gallons of gas it's stabilizing. So we're going to be 7 gallons, so we're going to add about 3 ounces. And the container is interesting. The container's rather clever. Every time we squeeze this, it fills the upper chamber, and I've marked the 1 ounce level. So we're going to fill to there and then dump it into the tank 3 times. Okay, so here's the third one. Bingo. So here we go. Now the next thing is to start it and take it for a little drive to mix up the gas, and it happens to be a nice dry day here in Michigan, so we'll give it a... It's been a while since we've started it. You've seen my video of installing a new starter, so it should start up pretty cleanly. First the ignition, the solenoid pump starts operating, okay? We need to pull out the choke, and okay, now we should be ready, okay? Okay, now let's take it for a little drive to mix up the gas a little bit. Let in the choke. All right, sounds good. Now, as I said, we'll take it for a drive, mix up the fuel, and we're all good for the winter. Whoops, more choke, more choke. Okay, that saved it. A little bit cold. Okay, soon, when it's warmed up, it'll be running just fine. Come on, baby! Okay, it's running great on this fine November day.